Anita Tacha Akide is in the house today. Therefore, fireworks. I haven't seen Tacha in 4 years. Since our last interview, actually, though we are regularly catching up on the phone. And so last time we were talking on the phone, I said, no, a lot has gone on. Come, let's do another one. And as you know, Tacha doesn't flinch. She names names, she lays blame. So we line up everybody that has crossed her over the past few years and she discharges them. She says that she has been bullied continuously for almost 1 year by fans of the musician Davido, and he has egged them on. She says that the influencer, Mommy Z, attacked her for no reason, despite the fact that Tacha had been her fan just 2 weeks before. We talk about how she handles trolling and bullying. And we talk about for the first time in an interview, she talks about the court case with the Lagos state government that she has been on for 2 years. Lagos government claims that she snatched her passport violently and left the airport. And she says none of that happened. Are there linkages to her activism in NSAS? She explores that. And then, in an interview of many exclusives, we discover the texture of the relationship that Tacha has with her partner. She says 2 a.m. in the morning, she wakes up and cooks for him. Therefore, she could not have been yabbing Mommy Z. This was a delight. Fireworks, drama, names with Tacha today.
Come for me.
Good to see you again.
Hey!
You're looking lovely.
Oh, thank you,
Very
Mr.
lovely.
Chude. Oh, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're just saying that, obviously the first time I met you was when you came out of the house in 2020. That's when we did our interview. But from time to time, we'll just speak, and we speak, it's like, we're catching up.
Exactly. For anywhere we stop, I and Chude could speak in like 10 years, and it would seem like we talk every month or like every week.
Yeah, I like that. I called you like last year or 2 years ago about Tiger's Tale, the movie.
Oh, yeah, it was last year, and then you said it was trending number 2, and I was like, wow, that's sick.
Yeah.
And then you loved it. It was
and
so
also so great. So I'm telling you, it was so good that I wasn't sure it was you. So I'm like, wait, so me and my friend said, that's Tacha now. What's Tacha now? You disappeared into the role, and I didn't know that you were that good an actor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think I just fit so well in like any department I find myself, like be it movies, be it influencing, be it reality TV. Like I just shine. It literally just happens. It's just aura.
You've done more than that movie, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done more than 3 movies actually.
Yes.
I'm expecting about 2 to come out this year.
Right.
Yeah.
When you came out of the house the first time, I mean, you knew all the drama, Were you surprised at the fact that it looked like this disqualification actually made you even bigger?
Okay, so first off, this is what a lot of people don't know. Like, I've never been idle my whole life. I literally left secondary school and I started teaching in a primary school at age 16.
Right.
I got into university. I think I 15 actually going on 16. I got into university at 16 going on 17.
Okay.
And my very first 100 level was 17 going on 18. So I did like pre-basic, like pre-degree before I got into 100 level.
Right.
And while in school, I lost my mom. So I needed to start using my hands to literally have myself going to like buy textbooks, because my mom was so sick that all of the money we were getting at the time were just going into like the hospital bills, into her health. And then we still lost her. So it was so tough. But back then in school, I knew how to make hair, I knew how to do makeup, I knew how to tie gele. There was a lot of things I could do. And all of those stuff were literally symmetry. So when I left school, I tried to get a job and I couldn't get a job. I wrote to too many schools. I was even called for interviews and stuff like that, but I still didn't get a job. So, and then I met this boy at the time, and what he dealt with was like ordering stuffs from China or like from countries, and he was into like this beauty thingy. So he then reached out to me and said, you know what, I could send you beauty products for you to like make videos. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, like, yay! Whatever I'm doing on social media is working. I have somebody reaching out to me to send me products. So that graduated into me owning a makeup studio. So I was in a space, it was a salon and then my makeup studio. So the people in the salon part would always watch Big Brother. And then I would see it. And I just was like, oh my God, like this is so interesting. I just want to get in here and sign attendance. That's what I would say with my mouth. It's almost like when I say stuff, God listen, but I just probably take it jokingly and stuff like that. I'm like, when I get here, I just want to sign attendance, meaning I don't even want to go in here to win. I just want to go in here and place my mark. Like for you to know, a certain Tacha was on this show. So funny enough, I had this childhood friend I've been pushing, like, go and audition. You are slim, you are cute, you're dark, you're everything, literally. But she would just be dulling. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go and make this happen. So at the time, I didn't have an international passport. One of the questions was for you to have an international passport.
Right.
I had to go to Abuja for my international passport. Yeah. And the agent said, oh, in 7 days, you get a passport. Now, you can be back in Port Harcourt while I send you the passport. And I said, no, I can't be back. I have to be here to actually hold that passport in my hand. So I was in Abuja. I paid for a hotel for about 7 days, got the passport, came back to Port Harcourt, went for the audition. I wasn't picked. I even had to pay for a hotel where the audition was being held at because I was like, nah, I've spent so much. I don't want to take no chances. Yeah. So I was at the hotel. By 4 a.m., I and my partner at the time were downstairs, like already waiting for this audition going on. We're downstairs, look at the long queue. After everything, the lady opened her mouth and said, none of you here has what we're looking for. And I was so confused. I was like, this is 7 people standing, none of us. What do you want? There's an actor here, there's a singer, there's a comedian, there's me, a beautician or so. What do you want? Why is nobody here being picked? So I left the room and immediately I put a call across to my partner and I said, guy, I wasn't picked. We're going to Enugu tonight. Immediately, I left Presidential Hotel to the park. We took a bus straight up to Enugu, got to Enugu, and I was picked in Enugu for Big Brother the next day. So now I make it into the house, and I'm in the house, being put up for possible eviction, and then I still scaled through. I'm like, nah, they have to put people outside there rooting for me. It's not possible. It's not possible I'm just scaling through this and it's not human beings voting. So I just knew that there were army on the outside waiting for me. And if I come out from this place, whether or not I win, I'm definitely made for life. Do you get what I mean? And I just thought in my head that regardless of the trolley or what anybody would say, did I make it in here? That was what was most important. So when I came out from the house, and I saw, oh, there's a group of people, they even call themselves Titans, like they're trending you every day and stuff. I was like, nah, this is sick. Like God did it, literally. Yeah, exactly.
Talk about trolling. Let's go into it. The past 1 year, I mean, some newspaper headlines say you called yourself the most hated person.
Oh yeah, I did the trend where they were like, I'm Chude. I interview all the popular people. I'm Chude. I'm the biggest.
Right. So was it just a joke then?
No, it wasn't a joke. It was me just making fun out of the whole bullying going on, really. Because in as much as I do see the comments, you get what I mean? Like, I know the whole idea as to why they're doing what they're doing. They want to break me. And it's like I signed up for social media even before you thought of signing up for social media. Like, you can't break me for what I strongly believe in. Or when I see something going wrong and I say, oh no, I'm going to stand right by what's true or like what's the right thing to do and not stand right by what's the wrong thing to do. And if you're going to troll me because of that, like, that's so fine. Be it. Yeah. Should we cite the David instance? Do you get what I mean? Like with his fans and stuff like that. Right? And even with me wanting to go into this trolling that has been on for about a year now, like for about 8 or like 6 months, I have to first off go to the genesis, right? And I'll start with, I have no hate for anybody, absolutely. Like, I and Mercy could meet today and heal. Do you understand what I mean? So with David, I have no hate for David. I love David. I'm one of David's fans. Like, I'm still a fan. Do you get what I mean?
Still a fan.
I am still a fan. Like, David's song's going to play here right now. I'm going to jam. If it's sweet, I will jam to it because it was my own. Like, it's what you've done I have a problem with, not you as a person. So now, let's get into the genesis of the whole trolling saga, right? So I was on the movie set. This same movie now. I can't wait for that movie to come out so it'll be everywhere. Right. What's it even called? Wire Wire. Exactly. Wire Wire is a very great movie. Right. Austin Bola Peters, I think she's...
Bola Austin Peters.
Exactly, Bola Austin, see I twisted the name.
Fine.
And stuff like that. Yes, I was on set and then I saw Fina was trending. In my head, I'm like, what's this girl training for? Like, what I put trolling this girl for? What has she done again? I saw it, but I was on set. I didn't have enough time to go through the trends and find out exactly what's going on. Now, this trend went on for days. Yeah. Then I came in on Twitter. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I do have time to read. And I read and I saw that David had mistakenly, according to him, liked the shady tweet about Fina. Right. Now we know that just some people that Nigerians like to pick the weak links. They just single you out and you're not the one that will be getting daily drags and whatnot. You're going to have, because Twitter pays people on Twitter right now.
Yes, for impressions.
So
now,
do you understand what I mean?
yes.
So everybody is about blue tick. Everybody wants to drag you. Everyone wants to get the most interesting drags ever, to get the most engagement and stuff like that. So then I saw people trolling this girl. And I was like, what happened? Oh, David mistakenly liked the tweet about this girl. And then David had to put out on Twitter and said, oh, I mistakenly liked the tweet, Now, yes, you mistakenly liked the tweet. I understand how messed up Twitter can be right now. Like, even people you don't follow, it comes
And you see
to
it
your
on your
timeline.
timeline.
And you say, it's possible you could have liked something. But now, how do you handle the situation is what now everybody's trying to look at. Okay, how are you trying to handle this stuff? And how did David try handling it? He went ahead to put out, I don't know you. That's what he tweeted. Now, it's just like me walking on the road right now. Somebody pours water on me. You're not going to detect how I should react. Like, if you insult me for now, whatever I say back to you, like, you're not going to say, why did you reply this way? You should have replied this way. You should have replied that way. Because you never know. You did what you did. Like, I'm human too. Like, I could react however way I feel like. If I react this way, this was going to make me feel better. And the same David too has been trolled on this same Twitter. That I had to come out and tell people, why are you people trolling him? You should troll the person he replied. I think it was a Wizkid fan that said something about David's mom. And then he replied, the person. People were trolling David. You're a celebrity. Why do you have to reply? And I said, no. Attack the troll that made him say what he said, because he was on his own and the person said what he said, and he had to react the way he reacted. That was the same case for Fina. And then I tweeted and I said, I know you, Fina. Now, mind you, today I wasn't the only one that tweeted, I know you, Fina. I wasn't the one that tweeted in support of Fina. It was a lot of big brother people. It was a lot of people from the outside. But no, I was singled out. There's no amount of body shaming I haven't gotten. There's no amount of threats I haven't gotten. There's no amount of trolling today. Like, I put out the post right there. It's more like a post I put out. The link is being copied and pasted on a Telegram group, sending people to go through. I'm telling you, like, it really does look like targeted harassment. I swear down. Like, you're seeing people say, oh, look at her ugly legs. Oh, look at her ugly face. Oh, look at her this. Oh, look at her that. And it's like, I'm cuter than your mom. Like, what do you even say? What are you even saying? Like, I know you're saying this out of hate. You don't mean what you're saying. Like,
you're not thinking about
I
what
see the
saying.
girl in the video. What do you see people saying? And stuff like. So I did, and I said, in support of the girl, like, I know you, because we cry about bullying so much, but what are we trying to do to stop this bullying? We wanted to almost burn down Lagos. Like, police PRO Ben could not sleep in his house, because of how much people are on the street saying, oh, justice for Mohbad, justice for Mohbad. And why were people so angry? It was because he wrote a petition to the police and they felt like it wasn't taken seriously. But what was the whole genesis of the petition? It was bullying. And we're here bullying another person, which is Fina. And it shouldn't matter because it's Fina. Then I want to know, are we excusing the people that were fighting for and excusing the ones who are not fighting for? So I can fight for Chude, but I shouldn't fight for Tacha. I can fight for Shehu, but I shouldn't fight for Destiny. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's not need just being hypocritical about this thing. If what you truly came out for to say, oh, I stand against bullying, what happened to Mohbad should never happen to anybody, how dare you come on this same social media to troll another person? You want the person to kill herself until you realize that this trolling actually does have serious implications. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, because the confusion is confusing me. How you on the street crying for the same thing that you're indulging in a couple of months later.
So you do think that this was targeted harassment by Davido fans?
Yes, definitely. Definitely was, because they always have the 30 video on their bios, and most of the time they most likely have David's picture as a profile picture. So you know this is the David fan. And funny enough, I screenshotted a couple of these people and I've said, you know what, we are going to show you a lesson. Since you want to take trolling to another level, you want to constantly put comments on my post, you want to constantly threaten me. I've received threats. There's no amount. Honestly, David.
What kinds of threats?
Death threats now. You've had people say, oh, now at 001, you won't use play, we'll show you. Honestly.
Death threats from Davido fans?
Yes. From his fans, from like random fans as well. Like just random Twitter people, or like just random social media that have just said, you know what, as long as it's Tacha, she must never shine on social media. As long as it's Tacha, as long as we couldn't bring her down in 2019, we must always try to bring her down And that's how I was saying that we already do have screenshots of those people's profiles. Do you get what I mean? That we're going to take up seriously.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we have the former Senate deputy president, and he got to a position where his influence and power could not save him or help him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if these few fans are being picked up and somebody wants to show that they have power and influence, I'll let you know that there are places where your power and influence would hold no bounds, because cyberbullying is a criminal offense in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like, you have to go to jail for 1 year and pay about 5 million or do both. So if you think it's fun, then let's play fun.
Right.
Literally.
Right. Do you think that Davido is aware of this bullying by his fans?
Oh, I wouldn't know, because everybody's so busy, everybody's so big, everybody has what they're doing at their several and different ends. But at the end of the day, like, I'm the one on the receiving end.
Yeah.
And I'm the one on the receiving end because of what? Just because I tweeted, I know you, Fina. Right? And then if we even have to transgress to Tiwa Savage writing a petition still on this same matter, because it's been like from the Fina trolling to Tacha standing up for Tiwa Savage trolling, and then to the recent Momizi thingy. Because you know we're catching up on the phone, and you're like, no, Tacha.
Yes.
Tacha, you're saying too much. We literally need to sit and talk about this.
Yes.
Literally, you're just at home and boom, what's coming on your phone is Tiwa Savage writing petition. Almost shocked they catch me. Because I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Tiwa Savage. I'm a huge fan of David.
Right, then I hear this news about a woman called Momizi.
Oh, okay.
Who, as I hear it, okay, I think she became famous for something that she posted about her husband. And then you had gone on Fina's show. Yeah, and Fina had asked you, you guys were gisting about this, and you made a comment about the whole scenario. And then this person now replies and says,
I love the fact that you're so clueless. Because a lot of people watching this interview right now are so clueless of the genesis of this
Can you tell me what happened?
Momizi thingy. So basically, I was in court though, still for another Nigerian.
Right.
I was fighting.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
So I was in court that Friday. And then I got the screenshot in my group, because I have this very active management group. They're always sending stuff I need to say. Oh, it's someone's birthday, I need to say. Oh, this is happening on here, you need to say it. Yeah, so they shared the screenshot, and then they shared the link. So I clicked in the link and I saw where she said, oh, that one we no get sense. So then I saw it and I was literally almost boiling in my mind. Because I'm like, this is a woman that about 2 weeks ago on the Big Friday show with Tacha, the biggest show on radio right now, because I won 2 awards on that show, whether anybody likes it or not, whether they highlight it or not. I've won 2 awards, which I know we're going to have somewhere on the screen here. Yeah. So I'm like, on this show, I literally was praising this woman, like saying how, why are feminists trolling her? Because I love feminists there. I'm like, the feminism you people practice in Nigeria is witchcraft. Because where you're supposed to come at you people will not come at. But for the wrong things, you just hate men and hate men in general. Like, that's not what I practice. Like, exactly.
So you actually defended her on your show?
On my show, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, before she tweeted what she tweeted. Because if you did watch it, you find out that Tacha had said nothing about it. She didn't want to do no research. She just came out on Twitter and said, that one we no get sense. To the Esther Solomon Bucci, do you know why I'm citing all of this? Because I know you're going to have all the screenshots. Even the times when I had to come in support for David, all of that, like all of the screenshots out, they haven't deleted nothing. In fact, see, the trolling got to the extent where they had to fabricate a tweet.
Okay.
So basically, David made a tweet in 2018, and I said yes now, like a YES and NAU with like heart emojis with like a smiling face, and they fabricated it and changed it to, I promise to suck your dick 8 times. And you would not believe the amount of people that actually did believe that Tacha would tweet that. And the correct tweet is there. Like the correct, that's why I said people will be picked up, because one of these people that even said is actually a celebrity.
We had news 2 weeks ago or so that you were in court.
Oh yeah, because I tweeted,
Oh, so you tweeted?
I think I tweeted, because I tweeted. So when the Momizi tweet came out, I was in court, and I tweeted and I said, make I leave this court first. I did the challenge, MTV the challenge. You see, a lot's been on since 4 years after.
You're very busy.
Honestly, so I did the challenge. I was one of the first
MTV
Nigerians.
did the challenge.
MTV's the challenge USA.
Right.
I was one of the first Nigerians to be on the show. So I came back to Nigeria. They let everybody on the flight go. And then they literally just told 2 people to wait back. And I was I and some other girl. And then boom, a lady came out, the Mrs. Ashanolu. She had to call her. She's like, oh, what's happened? So we explained to her. We said, we're coming in from Turkey. She said where she was coming in from. She said, The problem is not that you parted us away. My problem is that they've allowed her people to go, and it's just the four of us waiting out of a flight of more than 100 passengers. So she went in less than 3 minutes. She came out with her international passport and then gave it back to us. Now it was time for us to leave the airport. Where the people say, hey, Tasha, 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 Tasha. And I'm like, what's going on? They've taken back my passport. And then I went on live. And in less than 2 weeks, I had the police reach out. Like I got like a letter, like an invitation letter. And in my head, I'm like, okay, invitation letter, okay, what for? And then boom, next thing, my lawyer was being reached out to. They had written so many things. They said Tacha did. They even said Tacha snatched her passport and ran away. And then in my head, I'm like, how do you, international airports, international wing, how do you snatch passport and run? With security not be waiting for you from the other end. Like, you can picture how this part, you can't, like, it's a journey for you to actually run. And it was just very funny to me. And I've been going to court for like the past 2 years because of this issue.
2 years?
Yeah, because I'm not going to plead guilty to something I didn't do. I didn't snatch my passport, number one. And what did I do? Just because I went on live and I was saying, oh, this other person with me, or you push to give her back her passport. That is a crime Tacha committed.
So, talking about this whole, speaking out, Lagos State, I mean, over the past few years, speaking out has been your thing. So I was hearing about the elections. I remember all the work you did during the elections, but also NSAS. You were one of the very first celebrities.
To true light.
When people were not yet sure whether this thing is going to be a movement, it's not going to be a movement, should we speak out, should we not speak out? You were one of the first celebrities to begin to support the movement.
Yes. I've always been a great solicitor for good governance. Do you get what I mean? So just like what you said, I didn't start talking. I've started talking way before 2019. Most people think, a lot of people got to know who Tacha was after the Big Brother Nigeria. But no, I had 310,000 followers even before I got on Big Brother.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? So when I say I've been on this space for like years now, I'm not even playing. Do you understand what I mean? Literally, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, I've always, and then also part of the things I do is being a social commentator. So when social stuff happen in my environment or in the society, like I literally have to talk about it, especially when it's something that people are trying to shy away from. Because if we shy away from it, who is now going to come to sort it out, or who is going to talk about it to the extent where the right office, that news will get to it and stuff like that. So I think what happened was on the blog, and then I saw a video of where they had said the police just stole someone's car and drove off with it. Or I don't know who stole someone's car and drove off with it. And a lot of people were seriously talking about it in the comments. And I literally was almost crying, because sometimes even if I make these videos, I'm literally probably almost tearing up. And I know who gets it and gets it the most is my partner. Whenever he's around, he's like, I don't understand what's going on. But at the end of the day, we live in a hypocritical world where you have to be lying to be telling the truth. You have to fake it for people to believe you. Do you understand what I mean? And being the person that I am with my personality type, and then being from Port Harcourt, we're just blunt people like that. Like, we literally say that it's better we don't even talk about it than for you to talk about it and make it half-baked, or tell you and not tell you the truth. Or tell you this white is cream. It's not cream, it's white. It's not cream, it's white. So when I saw the video, I had to make a video real quick, and I literally was tearing up, and I said, no, we have to delete it. They will say she's just doing it for people to talk. And then we deleted it, but then we made another video.
Right.
And was it the next day or a couple of hours, that same Sunday, the video was in the news. And people saw this, and it just literally made whatever hashtag you were already trending on Twitter, made it so strong. You're like, no, we literally need to do something. We literally need to end SARS. Like, these people are not doing what they've swore to the government to do. Like, you're out here to protect lives and properties, and it doesn't seem like you're doing so.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Then people literally have to say, you know what, this is injustice, and we have to fight against it, or we have to stand tall so everybody doesn't die. Do you understand what I mean? And yes, and even when we needed to walk the talk and not just talk, I came out. I can't count how many times I came out to walk with people. There are times where I even came out and it was no celebrity in that. It was just me. Like, we even went to the deputy governor's house one time, and there wasn't some little back and forth, and security was looking at me like, who is this person? In my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm
this was
the
in
youth
Port
and I
Harcourt,
matter.
isn't it? This was in Rivers State.
No, it was in
This was
Lagos.
Lagos State,
Yeah,
yeah.
the deputy governor's house. It was in Lagos, yes.
Because I also know that you were also behind pushing the protests in Rivers State as well.
No, it wasn't about being behind pushing the protest. I never exactly pushed the process, but I gingered people to want to
go out. That's what I meant.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah.
And then for any time they said, we are gathering here today,
Yes.
I was part of it.
Exactly.
Like if you're gathering there, I'm not announcing that I'm coming or I'm not coming.
You just show up.
But I'm going to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? And then I'm working with the people because at the end of this is something that concerns me.
You.
Like, aside from the fact that I'm a public figure, I've been a very regular person. I've been arrested by the police before for not doing anything, literally. So, like, I can understand what, like, the common man is going through. And that's why I do some of the things I do. I don't do because it directly affects me. Like, nobody's going to come into my estate to want to do nothing. Like, who is even going to let you in? There armed security men always at the estate gate. Like, you can't do nothing. I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, this is where we, just like what I've said, like, loving your neighbor.
Yeah.
And just doing right by your people. This is happening. People are coming out under the scorching sun for a movement. Okay, I have the power of it.
I'll be an irresponsible journalist. If I don't, my people want gist. You've talked about your partner.
Have I talked about?
Twice. You didn't know you were talking. Because
maybe 3 times.
If you were on TV, it's because we are gisting. That's the privilege of Chude being your person. As usual, when you did the final interview, multiple trending topics from it, And one of the trending topics was, you said, the reason why you are saying you are abusing Mommy Z, even though you didn't, is because you don't have a man and you are not planning to get married. You made a comment about, you made a comment about women should date 3 men at once and not stay loyal to a man. All of these gist, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So they are thinking that Tacha is single. Are they wrong?
Okay, so about the date 3 paper, no date 3 paper. Now, in that same video, we had said some of the things we're saying does not apply to everybody. It applies to people we've met. It applies to our experiences. We're talking based off of our experiences. So it doesn't mean what we're saying here applies to you.
Everybody.
Listening. If you're not that person, do you understand what I mean? And we know there are guys that would be dating you next weekend. You are going to see that they've gotten married, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the angle
of that
I came in from. And then with the whole partner thing, it's like, do you think something I cherish so much, I want to put it online so you people will make it bad, so you people will spoil it? It's not possible now. So no, even if I did have a partner that I love and I cherish so much, I'm not going to let you guys.
You cannot withdraw my scoop.
I could even.
You've said it on the show. You cannot withdraw my scoop.
What is the scope?
You talked about. You cannot withdraw my scoop from you.
What was the scope?
You've mentioned my partner twice. Yeah, so there is a partner now.
Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't a partner. Yes, I do have a partner. Yes, and if we're settling down, so you people may not even know. I'm that person that would even settle down, and in 2 years time, I'm probably now posting the pictures, and you guys knew nothing.
That's something
like
you can do.
I would do it.
You can post it 2 years after.
Definitely. I love to make a fool of those people. Do you understand? Because a lot of the times they feel like they know too much.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't know what I don't want you to know. In as much as you feel like you know, there's still a lot of things you don't know. I have someone I've been dating for years. You have no idea.
Yeah.
You can't meet him. You will not know him unless I say otherwise.
Right.
Like, we could literally be planning a wedding. You wouldn't even know that until I say what?
Otherwise?
It's okay.
And you have no problem cooking at 4 a.m. for him?
I wake up 2 a.m. Like, literally, to make noodles.
I love it.
I'm asking, what do you want to eat?
I love it.
In my head, I'm like, the people would be like, oh God, this Tacha on social media. And maybe if there's a fight between us, I would always be telling people will think I'm the problem, but you know you are the problem. Because I'm super nice to you, like literally, and stuff. Yes, I do have someone I love and I cherish, and most importantly, he understands me. Do you understand? So even when people are constantly saying, oh, who is going to settle down with this one? I'm like, if your daddy sees me today, he's going to want me.
I love it.
Literally, he's gonna want me. Like, I'm 5'7" feet tall. I'm dark skinned. I'm cute, and most importantly, I'm beauty with brains. I'm not just beautiful. Like literally, I'm multi-talented. Like anywhere you put Tacha, Tacha excels.
What's next for you?
Keep talking.
Keep talking. What's next for you?
Honestly, God, what's next for me?
What are the things you want to do?
I think what I want to do is what I didn't do about 2 years ago, which is getting a second address. Yes, so I have to get it because the way the country is going, self-awareness. We are self-aware of what's going on. So it wouldn't be bad to get a second address. I'd love to, honestly. And just having that second address and being in another country would literally also protect my mental health. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Yeah,
you conquered Nigeria, you want to conquer the world.
Honestly, yes. I want to start going for what's the thingy they did there? What's the thingy they did? What's the thingy they did? Yeah, the Grammys, exactly, because you have to be outside Nigeria to want to do that. It's just easier to make those connect and stuff like that. So yes, it'd be great to like go out Nigeria and explore.
It's good to see you again, Tacha.
Same here today. Thank you so much. This was so fun. Trust me, you guys. Anyway, you want to take it deep. That's on you. But just as I said, if Chude does something wrong, I will drag the something wrong he did, not Chude. Because I love Chude. And that's it. If you want a better Nigeria, you want a better country, you have to start doing right by yourself and by people. And doing right by yourself and doing right by people is you being an example. You cannot want a change and you're not trying to be that change. And that's it.
And that's it. And that's it.